Good afternoon, welcome back to the Purple House. Pete and Grada here. Today we want to talk a little bit about the most common symptom or problem that affects over 1 billion people worldwide, and it's classified normal. And Pete and I want to explain to you that it's not normal. We're talking about Candida, which is a yeast infection that affects, like I said before, over 1 billion people worldwide, and because it's so common, it's classified normal.
20 years ago in England, pretty well every blood sample had Candida in it, and the authorities said, if everyone's got it, it must be normal.
So no, you don't need to write it on the medical report, and no action needs to be taken. So how does it affect you though? Well, the problem with Candida overgrowth is that often people get leaky gut, they get stomach upsets, brain fog is perhaps the most common one, you get aches and pains, depression, it's like there's a blanket over your health and you lose your energy. So just to illustrate it, we'll choose a client who came to us recently, Gina, a 19-year-old young woman. And she came to Pete for a full health audit. Now Pete and Caleb do a full health audit, which is quite different to what medical doctors do. It falls outside the realm of medical world, even naturopaths don't do it. We're probably the only ones in Australia that offer that service called a full health audit. And we did our training in Chicago in America. So what Peter discovered was,
Gina came with a 2-year history of aches and pains, digestive issues, brain fog,
feeling old, feeling crippled,
and food sensitivities, because what happens when you get leaky gut, undigested food particles go through the gut wall into the bloodstream, and then the body sees them as foreign objects and causes sensitivities, allergies.
That's right, and the body literally starts to fight itself because it's recognizing something is foreign here, but it's already in the bloodstream. So we helped Gina then by recognizing that she had leaky gut, and we'll talk about that in a minute, what it means for you. And then we suggested the Ultimate Vitality Boost package. We often talk about the Ultimate Vitality Boost package because it's so good. It basically corrects the 4 main pillars of your digestion, and then the body can actually get rid of the yeast or the Candida itself without you needing to do any harsh measures, right?
It's turned the health of thousands of people around.
That's right.
Those 4 things.
So it includes beet flow. Beet flow, a really, really good enzyme. This is an enzyme mixture. We haven't got time to talk about enzymes now.
Probiotics.
A really, really good probiotic that heals and seals your gut. And then the mineral or trace mineral iodine, which also kills Candida. We often suggest boron as well. So boron is a trace mineral that also eradicates yeast from your body.
It's antifungal.
And it has many, many other benefits. We've written about it. We have lots of free ebooks on the website. So please, please download all these ebooks, and then you become your own expert, right?
If instead of that probiotic, we recommended Synthol for Gina, because we come across Synthol in 2006 and have been stocking it ever since for people with Candida.
That's 20 years already.
Specifically to help get rid of Candida. And they are spore probiotics in Synthol, and spore probiotics heal and seal the gut 50% better than any other probiotics, and we also have spore probiotics.
So we have a huge variety actually of products that work well. Like we only stock products that are highly efficient, like, Swiss Army knife that cut to the core of your problems. And then people always feel better straight away. So Gina did too. So after 2 years of struggling, she took the Ultimate Vitality Boost, and when she came back, she was feeling fully recovered. So just let me...
Yeah,
all right.
Quite often, Candida goes hand in hand with parasites as well. So we recommended some anti-parasitic herbs in the form of Paraphyte, which includes wormwood, black walnut and clove. and
Or a
it's-
homeopathic worm mixture.
And yeah, she was feeling heaps better in quick time. That's the amazing thing about it. Those few things turn health around in
Quick time.
days, weeks, not months and years.
That's right.
Yeah.
When Peter and I first started in our business in the year 2000, Candida was already a huge issue. Again, it's like goes under the radar because it's not medically recognized. And clients who came to us who were under the care of other naturopaths, they often had to do a water fast, so they had to literally fast sometimes for weeks. But it still didn't get rid of the Candida, did it, Pete? So
No.
we found that we weren't happy about it. So
If you've ever had thrush, which is Candida on the outside of the body, you can guarantee it's all throughout your body.
yeah,
Inside.
that's right. So we worked at finding a solution that clears it very quickly. Also, when we do healing with energy medicine, we've done that for many years now, like more than 20 years. It's also really, really effective. That gives your body a reset. And your body already has the blueprint for perfect health. So it has the architecture to recreate perfect health. And it starts to realize, like, hang on a minute, Candida or thrush shouldn't be in my body. And your body can actually also get rid of it by receiving a healing session. We still encourage you to take daily support at home because you go back to your normal life where you get stressed, it's busy, people are overwhelmed, and that goes hand in hand with Candida as well. We've even seen some of our clients who were doing really well and they get a phone call to say that something has happened, somebody's had an accident or, you know, a disaster has happened in their life and they immediately have leaky gut. That's how quickly it can happen. Leaky gut can also heal very, very quickly with the right help, like what Peter and I were just telling you. The other thing we found that people who have leaky gut, they also have what you call leaky brain. So
there is a book called Grain Brain. So high starch carbohydrates feed Candida. They turn to a lot of sugar and feed it. So
it's like smoke. The smoke travels up from you. Just imagine that instead of having a warm fire going in your tummy, it's like a damp fire and it creates lots of smoke, not much heat, not much energy, and the smoke goes up into your brain, if you can, you know, get what I'm trying to say here. So many people have brain fog and it really affects your cognitive ability, so you can't remember things properly, you don't feel happy or creative. It's really hard to create a good life.
Plus with Candida, it feeds on sugars, so it takes your fuel supply, your energy goes down. We also recommend people start having a lot more good fats.
Like coconut oil?
For their energy. Coconut oil is the best saturated fat you can find, and that also has an antifungal property, so it helps get rid of Candida again.
I know, so that's really, really good. We also have these great products for kids, and by the way, all these products are in our online shop, so it's very convenient. So these products, our grandchildren use them, they also get rid of Candida and worms. Right, but the worst thing is not even Candida itself. So Candida is like a yeast that's turned itself into a fungus. So if the yeast doesn't have roots, but the fungus does. It's like mini toadstools. And the roots of those fungus, or fungi rather, go through the bowel wall. Now the bowel wall or the intestinal wall is only as thin as your eyelid, right? So it's very permeable, but I mean the body keeps it sealed. And it has this wall of intelligence that decides, this is good for me, that's rubbish, that goes down the toilet, I'm hanging on to it. But once it gets compromised by Candida, which is really probably the worst enemy, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
And the fungi perforate because it grows hair-like structure, then it seeds itself through the blood and it sets up home in every part of your body, including sometimes your brain, your spinal cord, your nervous system, your lungs. We've heard of people who have their lungs washed out, but that's still affecting you from the outside in. We want to heal people from the inside out. Yeah.
One of its toxic byproducts is formaldehyde. And that, so if you want to preserve your body,
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
Because actually we have a story about the Gulf War, which probably, some of you might remember the Gulf War. So the American soldiers all came home with what they called Gulf War syndrome, and it was assumed that the enemy had used toxic gas on them, but it wasn't the case at all, was it, Pete? It was what they ate. Do you remember that story? So they were given Diet Coke and of course a very unhealthy, probably carbohydrate diet, and it all heated up over there in the Middle East, and they ate and drank it. That created a lot of Candida and formaldehyde, and a lot of the soldiers died very early when they came home. They all got crippled.
We had one client who was full of Candida, and she actually, without drinking alcohol, did a breath test, and there was alcohol on the breath.
Yeah, because Candida you're just brewing in a laboratory in your tummy. So it's really important that you're aware of that, and because it's classified normal, but you and I now know it's not normal, it's common, which is not the same as normal, but it's also very common for everyone to get sick now. You know the statistics, I share them all the time.
The roots that it forms in your bloodstream, it stops the red cells flowing properly. It makes the blood all sticky. So we need blood that flows nice and smoothly.
So Peter and I, we investigate everything when you come to us. We have a really good hard look. We look above and beyond all your diagnoses that you may have had in the past. So why would we even get Candida? Why would 1 billion people suffer with Candida type of syndrome, which is, a lot of people? Well, it's due to stress, overwhelm, sugary diet, processed products, and then of course the worst one is the pill, contraceptive, even all types of contraceptives that women take.
Yeah, hormone replacement,
also,
same thing.
That's right, anti-inflammatories.
Antibiotics.
Alcohol, of course, on and on. Basically, if I was to guess myself, I would say perhaps out of 8 billion people in the world, maybe it would be closer to 7 billion people who have Candida overgrowth. It's something that you need to be mindful of all day, every day of your life. 20
years ago, as I said, in England, pretty well every blood sample had Candida in, so I would say probably
it's worse now,
probably
right?
everyone would have systemic Candida.
So we're here to help you, so don't despair, even though it's common and almost unavoidable.
But it's not normal, not natural. That's what I was.
But your body is natural. It's more natural to be healthy. Your body has ways to clear it with the right help, and we educate our clients as well. So when you come to us for help, we educate you, and we give energy medicine and healing at the same time. We also suggest probably some dietary changes, but not very harsh, because we like to meet you where you are at, right? So we usually recommend a few things that don't break the bank, that you can do all the time, because you can swap other things out, so you're better off. And that way you can preserve your body. So some other things, I just quickly want to pinpoint, what are some other things that recognize you have Candida? Well, probably a lot of the time, bladder infections, brittle nails, skin rashes, just itchy.
Fungal nails.
Oh yeah, really, really bad mood swings. Because Candida is literally a poison in the body, and it affects your behavior. So grumpy kids, sugar cravings, because out of the world sugar cravings for bread, that's another one. Like some people who are avoiding bread, and then they walk past a lot of, the bakery, they want to smash the window in. That's how strong the Candida makes you want to eat bread. So these are all stories we've heard. But for children too, because Peter and I, we love kids, don't we? And we want to give them a good start. These are very, very safe homeopathic drops that clear their little bodies and brains from the toxins, and that gives them a good start to life. Is there anything else you want to say, Pete?
For about the price of a cup of coffee a day, the Ultimate Vitality Boost package of those 4 products that we mentioned will set you on a good trajectory.
get your life back on track, and you start to feel better like Gina pretty well straight away, and that is amazing. Some people can't even remember what it feels like to have a clear brain or a good memory, right? So I want you to know, don't give up on yourself. I find that people just give up too soon. Come and see us and we can offer you real help, and we will also tell you if we can't help you.
Quite often we get people saying, oh, I've got aches and pains, but
it's my age.
I'm getting older, I can expect some.
Yeah, they're probably 28 years old.
Because we are aimed at health, as Grada said, and our body will get better and maintain that health if we give it the things it needs and get rid of things.
People look at aches and pains younger today, so people also normalising aches and pains younger, which is a real shame, isn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
I don't agree with that at all. You can make a comeback. I made a comeback from being hit by a truck. I tell everyone that. Everyone has had truck moments, but my body was smashed. I had spinal injuries. I had to have like antibiotics for a couple of years because my bladder was paralyzed because of spinal injuries. But it's all recovered. I'm as good as I'm fitter than anyone else out there my age because my body recovered, because I already had the knowledge how to do that. So I'm sharing this to inspire you, because if I can do it, you can do that as well. Anyway, do you agree with that, Pete, or not?
Yep. I often tell my clients about Grada's accident and how she's recovered and the amazing ability.
Also,
believe in your body that
right.
It's the only thing that can heal itself if you give it the things it needs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I really appreciate you being part of our community. Come and see us in this wonderful restaurant that we have. We're sitting here today, luxuriating in our own beautiful space. We only serve healthy food as well, like tallow fried chippies. Fried in tallow are delicious. We also have vegan products for people who are vegan, organic coffee, teas. We try to do everything organic and local
is
as much as we can.
Gluten free as well.
Well, not everything.
Well, pretty well everything.
Lisanne does make sourdough bread, that's our cook, and that's not gluten free, but it's made from ancient grains, and it's organically farmed, and it's from a local farmer who preserves ancient grains, so that's very exciting. Okay, have a wonderful week, and we hope to see you here. Bye for now.